Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, the time has finally come, next Master Duel update, but I'm honest, I expected more, like a lot of people, but we finally get new cards, or got new cards, Despia, a couple of new packs, new Duel Pass as well that I, recently bought as well, but this card takes the cake. I think this was the card that I was looking forward to most from the new cards that were, leaked some time ago, and that's Baronne de Fleur, Baroness, a level 10 synchro generic, so very easy to make. Its first effect is much more important. Basically, an omnication negates every card from your opponent, again, once when it's faced upon the field. But, and that's something that a lot of people forget, it's Baroness, or Baron, also has a second effect that she can, like, tag out during the standby phase, and then it's basically a monster reborn for, what is it, like level 9 or lower, I think, monster. So it's basically a monster reborn. So, these were literally the first two duels I had today. Again, I'm just doing my, dailies, right? And again, one of those decks that can, like, abuse the hell out of Baroness is its Adamancipator. We in a TCG can't play the deck because, again, Block Dragon is banned, but I think in the OCG, Block Dragon is just at 3, no? And Adamancipators is not doing anything over there. Again, their format is much more different, but here again in Master Duel we have stuff like Maxx, so I guess, Konami wants to, let things go through and see what happens, right? If this deck is actually becoming a problem. So, 2 duels, 2 examples, I guess, but again, the only 2 duels, at least the first 2 duels actually I had today with the new card and, like the new deck, even though it's not really new. The only change I made was dropping Abyss Dweller from the extra deck for Baroness. So going second, absolutely no hand traps. Always, right? So triple Maxx, triple Blossom, and 1 Nibiru. I feel that's fine. Again, Adamancipator is a combo deck. The deck can definitely go second and play through your opponent's negations, but I mean, if you're going second against, I feel like skill drain the deck, you kinda lose because you're not running any spell and trap destruction. So anyway, what is it? Cybers, Mathmech, and obviously they have Maxx. They always have Maxx. So I think I have to play through because, again, otherwise it will be game next turn. So we are accepting the Maxx challenge. Normal summon the Golem, again for the potential, I mean, let's face it, Nibiru, Ash Blossom, maybe Veiler, but that's not too common, so Ash Blossom, Nibiru. But as you know, Mathmech have like, a couple of interruptions. One of the exceeds, the one that's dropped here, and also, Wicked causing a chain block, is, I guess, like a Trishul-like card. What is it? Discard a card from your opponent, send 1 card from your opponent's field to the graveyard. That's, what happens here with Guardians. So, okay, again, I have multiple follow-up plays ready, and I'm somewhat lucky revealing the second Guardian here from the deck, and that's, accepting the Maxx challenge. That's important. So again, this is standard Adamancipators, right? Miss with... It's Analyzer? No, it's Researcher, that's fine, already had the Block Dragon, so broken Block Dragon, I can go for the search here, getting those multiple searches, and the Chain Links, just in case if there's an Ash Blossom, make it so that, I definitely want to get the Block Dragon search. Here I could definitely, use Guardian to negate Ash Blossom, but I was like... Don't do it, they always have Nibiru, always, don't do it, so keep Guardian for Nibiru, otherwise, you could eventually go for Appaloosa, but again, I think I'm falling short for a potential Appaloosa with multiple beatsticks, depends on the Dragite mill, right? So Seeker hits the board, hitting the Doki Doki, that's fine. Now, because of Baroness, I think it's much more important to get those level 2 tuners, because Block Dragon plus a level 2 tuner is a free Baroness. Like that's literally insane for like a TCG player, because again, we don't have that currently in the TCG. So anyway, Reptide hits the field, which again, Nibiru was there, always Nibiru. So there's, I think, 1 Guardian left in the deck, but I think my opponent already used all of his hand traps. Maybe a Failure, who knows? That might be the case, but so the whatchamacallit, the Dragite indeed hits the board, so I need to get those mills going. Hopefully, excavate as many, you know, cards for Dragite as possible. Hit 3, that's fine, so bounce back 3. And again, establish my board, and this is cool. Still have my, you know, a level 2 tuner on the field. And go for Baroness. This feels so satisfying. And again, Baroness has the capability to pop a card from your opponent and get rid of the Exceed. Plus, it can still attack. Plus, it can still negate. Like let's say if my opponent has like a Battle Fader, who knows, Baroness can still negate that as well. And that's so ridiculous. I mean, still, and this feels so satisfying. All of the cards popping. Accepting the Maxx challenge, and that's, you know, where Adamancipator is definitely strong in. I mean, let's face it, you could also go for Access Code, right? And that would have been game as well, but you know what I mean. Getting that extra Omni negation could have been important. Go first this time, and always go second, you have no hand traps. Go first, you have multiples. It's fine. So this hand is actually not the best. Like Ash Blossom here on the special summon would have been... well, not game, because both Ash and Maxx are in hand, but would have, you know, ended my turn. But nope. And because my opponent was thinking here in this situation, I was kind of sure that my opponent had the Imperm in hand. So that's fine. So I was like, okay, Imperm could definitely be activated on the potential Appaloosa during his or her turn. And, you know, getting the Block Dragon searches, that's all cool. You know, getting the Adamancipator engine going. Hopefully get somewhat lucky with Researcher, Analyzer, and so on and so on. I think I hit, yep, the 5th. I'm not a huge fan of Adamancipator, but I mean, I'm not, you know, the mills take a little bit too long and you need to, you know, have some luck. But it is what it is. So, Seeker as well, hitting another Guardian, that's fine. So, going for the level 6 Synchro play, just, you know, establishing my board. And I believe I already discarded the Buster Whelp, or, you know, for the Buster Lock. So the Buster Lock is not an option, but that's fine, because again, we have Baroness as an extra potential Omni negation. Because again, there is, I think if you ending your board, like Masquerina plus Union Carrier for the Buster Lock is always much better, I feel. But there is the Imper on Boral Savage, but you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You see what's coming. So a Savage is negated, it's useless now, but it's level 8. So we can go for Baroness as another Omni negation. So it's basically another, whatchamacallit, Boral Savage, right? And now, I mean, again, Child's Play, you're basically ending on the same board, right? Again, keeping my resources in grave for Block Dragon. So I think this is okay. You have Appaloosa for a couple of monster negations, Masquerina for the interruption, and Baroness for the Omni negation. So we now see it's Sky Striker, probably going second Sky Striker. So the... Is it Channing Wave? I think so. Forcing out Baron. Okay, that's fine. Here, I definitely should have used Maxx when, you know, like, obviously, when your opponent special summons the Pankratops, it's too late. But here, the thing is that if Ray hits the board, right, you're obviously giving your opponent those pluses. So here I'm discarding Maxx in order to, you know, force out the Pankratops, because again, my opponent tried to go into the battle phase. Again, Pankratops is definitely going to get negated. And I believe Callby, and I was like, okay, Callby, okay, that's a bummer, because again, no searches plus Block Dragon is going to get banished. And here, this Shark Cannon, I'm not sure if my opponent wanted to set the Shark Cannon. I don't know. He seems like a competent player, right? I mean, it was Chainlink 5, so you would assume that maybe it was a little bit, you know, activated too quickly. I'm not sure, because again, one of Baroness's effects during the standby phase sent herself back to the extra deck to reborn, what is it, any level 9 or lower, I think, monster from your graveyard. But it's basically, you know, it sends herself back to the extra deck, so you could send or special summon her again during her next turn. And that's important, because Baroness can only use her negation effect once when she's face up on the field. So you want to tag her out, you know, special summon her again. So the release of Baroness is quite big. It's especially for something like Adamancipator, and there's definitely more decks that can abuse her in, you know, because it's so easy to summon a generic level 10 synchro, that monster reborn, omni negation, popping effect. It's so strong. Okay, guys, that's it. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave signing out. Peace.